What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to talk about The Last Jedi Defenders. These people, because that's apparently offensive. Anyway, they're breaking down. They're losing it, and I'm noticing a lot of patterns with them, and I'm having a lot of fun with this. So before we get started, I am obviously not in my normal setup. I am in Orlando. I'm in a hotel room. I hope this setup looks decent enough for you. Let me know what you think. Then I'll be in California. Then I'm back to Orlando. Then back to California. Then back to Orlando. Then Alabama. Then home. It will be a long month, but I'm going to do my best to continue to provide amazing content for this amazing community. So let's get right into it. The Last Jedi Defenders. You know, I continue to see them try to defend this movie by not actually talking about the movie. They love to talk about diversity. They love to talk about how shipping isn't a bad thing. They love to say that the people that don't like it are intimidated by women and minorities and non-straight white males, basically. But they don't talk about the movie. Like, they don't talk about the plots of the movie. They don't talk about the story arcs in the movie. They don't defend anything that actually happened in the movie. All they do is defend the SJW talking points. And then when you try to question them, that's when they fall back on the standard NPC talking points of you're a racist, you're intimidated by women, and then they start trying to play the victim when you come back at them after they call you names. Like, this is standard for them, and it's happening so much. But what I'm also noticing is that the more I'm seeing this, the less support I'm starting to see for the movie. And it's starting to become these very loud, obnoxious people that are willing to say anything as long as they're not talking about the actual movie. Like, I've got people saying that I know someone that knows Jeremy, and they told me he's not like this in real life. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't even know what that means. I don't say, like, what's up, geeks and gamers, to everybody I meet in real life. I don't run around doing Joel Osteen impressions to everybody. I don't run around doing NPC voices. Everybody that's on the internet and on YouTube, like, you have to have some type of, personality that you have to put on for the camera. But, yeah, I'm whoever you talk to wasn't my friend. But this is more so about The Last Jedi Defenders. And this person that said this is a proven liar anyway. And they've said lies about me in the past. And I know people keep saying, you should ignore it, dude. Man, look, I'm just getting used to all this stuff about people being obsessed with me and people talking about me and making things up about me. I'm just a regular dude. Just a regular dude with some opinions. And opinions that apparently rub people the wrong way. And so, now I've got this guy that's offended because he referred to someone that likes The Last Jedi as a person. You cannot dehumanize a person by calling them a person. Yeah, I mean, this is where we're at with it. And so it seems like the more and more that they move away from actually talking about the movie, it's proving, which, not that we needed proof, but it's proving that the movie does suck. It really does. But the bigger point here is that anybody that's ever followed Star Wars, if you've ever watched the original trilogy, if you've ever watched the prequel trilogy, if you've ever watched the Clone Wars, if you've ever played the video games, if you've ever read the EU, anybody that has ever been involved in Star Wars understands that diversity has always been something that was within Star Wars. It was never marketed because it shouldn't be marketed. It was never discussed as a plot point because it shouldn't be discussed as a plot point. It was just something that was because it benefited the story. Now we are being told that diversity is an actual plot point in a movie. Like, diversity is actually a plot point. I want you to think about that for a minute. That's why you see certain movies on Rotten Tomatoes get really high scores now. Because diversity is being treated as a plot point. It is being treated as that makes the movie better. The more diversity involved in a movie actually makes it better. This is where we're at with The Last Jedi defenders. They have determined that The Last Jedi is a great movie, not because of the stories, not because of the arcs, not because of how it played off of The Force Awakens, not because of how it honored the Return of the Jedi, not because of how it set up the next part of this trilogy. No. None of that is why The Last Jedi is a great movie to them. The Last Jedi is a great movie because it has diversity. That's exactly what we're dealing with here. That is unbelievable to me. But this is where we're at. And the next time you talk to a Last Jedi defender, look at what they're talking about. Look at the points they make. Look at what they're trying to say is so good about the movie. I'm happy we get representation. I'm happy that women are being recognized. I'm happy that these two characters are being shipped. I want to see more gay characters. Now, again, these are the same people that'll tell you, hey, why are you so upset about a kid's movie? It's a kid's movie. That's why they say to somebody like me, why are you upset? Because it's a kid's movie. But then these same people will turn right back around and bring up the fact that we need more sex in these movies. But it's a kid's movie. But you want to see more sex. You want to see more real-world politics. Specifically, you want to see more gay characters because it fits your political agenda. But you want to tell us that we are too upset because it's a kid's movie. It's like they don't even understand how easily and quickly they contradict their own points. And so this is a problem that we're going to continue to run into, but those numbers are shrinking. And again, pay attention to these arguments with these people. They will not argue plot points and details, and they can't argue how does this make Star Wars better from where we were at the end of Return of the Jedi. How does this make Star Wars better? How does this actually play off the Force Awakens points that it set up? How? How does this set us up for an epic finale to this sequel trilogy? How? They can't tell you because they don't know, because there is no answer for that, but they will continue to fall on the diversity argument. Diversity does not make a movie good. Diversity should have no impact on the movie whatsoever. Diversity is irrelevant. Get the best characters for the story. It doesn't matter if it's a white male, doesn't matter if it's a black male, doesn't matter if it's a black female, it doesn't matter if they're gay, it does not matter. But when that is your number one emphasis on if a movie is good or not, you know you're not dealing with a Star Wars fan. You're dealing with someone that is involved in this because of the social justice propaganda. That is exactly what we're dealing with. So, keep your eye on this because it's happening a lot. It's happening a lot, and it's really starting to really get exposed big time. Like, I'm starting to see this happen so much. And they tell us, why do you still talk about the movie? Why do you still talk about the movie? Again, I don't think that they even deserve an answer at this point. Any Star Wars fan, anybody that's been a Star Wars fan for several years, whether that be 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, whatever. If you've been a Star Wars fan, you understand why this movie is still being talked about. You understand why what Disney is doing to Star Wars is still being talked about. You understand exactly why we are discussing it. And it's simple. And it's because we care about Star Wars. And we don't want to see it continue to go down this path. And we're willing to fight for we're willing to fight for what we love. And I'm not giving you that goddamn Rose Tico line. I honestly don't even remember it now. But we're going to fight, and we're not going to be quiet. We're not going to be silent. We are going to let you know, Disney, that we are not going to deal with this anymore. We are sick and tired of the identity politics. We are sick and tired of having to defend ourselves as people that are not for diversity. We are just whatever with the diversity. We don't care either way. We care about the story. That's it. I'm not. Being pro-diversity is the equivalent of, like, I don't know, being pro don't kill puppies. Like, who's not, like, what does that even mean? Why do you think you deserve credit? I'm pro-diversity. Okay. Who cares? That's never even been a thought of mine. I never watched the original trilogy. I never watched Empire and goes, there's a black fella right there in Cloud City. I'm liking the diversity going on here. I just watched the movie and I saw an awesome character. I don't care what gender, what race, what is sex.
Well, I wonder what his sexual orientation is.
I don't think like that, and normal people don't think like that. So anyway, pay attention to this stuff. It's really fascinating. They are not Star Wars fans. They are here for the social justice aspect, and you all know social justice warriors. NPCs do not support the business model. So you guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.